Homestead, and we're here in the Gen 4 series. Decided to jump in these because nothing else seemed very interesting. And I love this track, and I love this car. We'll see how much worse Official is compared to the League when we go to the Homestead at the end of the first Diet Dr. Pepper series season. But first race ever in the Gen 4 cars was at this track, and I did 2 of them, and I did terrible both times. Not really my fault. I didn't have any speed whatsoever, but I got taken out in the first ever wreck in the first race, and of course no caution came out, and it was just a guy getting loose on my outside, which seems to always happen at this track specifically. So I ended up getting like dead last in that race. And then we were running like 17th, I think, for the first one, or the second race, I mean, and I went for a green flag pit stop, and of course the caution came out as I was leaving pit road, and that glitched out my scoring, so I got trapped a lap down and had to go straight to the back, like it sent me straight to the back for no reason. That fun scoring bug that happens to me all the time. So that ruined that race for me as well. I would have taken a 17th. So I decided to jump in this race and try and get some redemption for one of my favorite tracks here. We're going to try and qualify, and I'm sure we're not going to qualify well, as we never do in this car. That was a much better 1 and 2 though, holy moly. 3/10. I think the top's probably the fastest, and I probably should have ran up there for qualifying, but for saving tires, bottom's probably going to be best. I'm not sure. Lose half a tenth in 3 and 4 there. 33.1. That puts us P11. So that's alright. We got Ian in here with us. He's the number 7, so that's fun. Good luck to him. He's starting P4, it looks like. So maybe we can have a good race. Last time we raced these, we were also racing. Ian was also in there, and it was at North Wilkesboro, and it was a terrible race. And he ended up getting wrecked several times. So yeah, we qualified towards the back, of course. What's new with the Gen 4 cars? We're always qualifying towards the back. I do not have short run speed in this car, at least to start with. Only long run pace, unless I do a bunch of practice beforehand. But we're back to the base paint. Unfortunately, we're not going to see anybody else's paint, because if you hadn't heard, Trading Paints had a data breach or whatever, and the entire database of passwords and everything for all the users of Trading Paints got leaked. So if you haven't yet, definitely change your password for Trading Paints, and then probably change it again once they finally fix the leak. And as a precaution, I've uninstalled Trading Paints on my system here. So only the locally stored files, which will just be my paint, will be able to see. Which is unfortunate, but better that than having passwords stolen, I guess. But we'll see how this goes. We're starting back in 15th. We're just going to be playing the long game. We got 80 laps. I think you can only do like 40 on fuel, if I remember correctly. I have no idea. We will see though. And this setup is very, very tight since we're racing here at night. A lot of push in the middle of the corner. That's going to keep taking care of your right front even more important, I think. We're just going to be being patient with it, seeing if we can survive and maybe get ourselves a top 20. We're number 9. Hopefully finish top half of the field. I guess that would be top 10 or 11. Top 12. I don't know if top 12 is going to be possible. We'll see. If we go green to the end, I'm guessing I'd be able to move up a lot, but I imagine this will just be a bunch of short runs. It's typically how the fixed series goes, but we're starting back in 15th. Should be alright. Ian's up in 4th. Good luck to him. Let's hopefully have a good one. We're running 14 to 116 or 60% brakes. 14-1 on the ratio. And we get to look at a bunch of
fuel to finish the race.
beautiful iRacing base schemes. Back in the day, this is all you had. You didn't have any custom sponsors or numbers or nothing. Though the sponsor on that 16 car I do not recognize. I'm pretty sure I don't have any of the paints installed. I had my training paints set to delete paints after races because that was just clogging up my hard drive. But maybe there's still some in there, I don't know. I don't think so. Maybe they just added some more base sponsors. I think that's probably more likely. Hopefully this is a good one. We're not running this until the very last race of the league, so got a long ways, so getting practice here is not going to help me. I'm going to forget everything by then, but still fun. I still love this track. It's a great track. I wish we had more true ovals like this. I wish old Atlanta still existed, like even before the most recent repave.
You have 2 additional sets of tires for this race. Be smooth and have a good run.
Like before they added the dog leg on the front stretch, it was a true oval like this, only the corners were longer and the straightaways were shorter, so it was like mostly corner. I remember I watched a race on YouTube a while ago where they were racing at that old Atlanta. It might have been like 1994 or something.
Alright, man, we're going green next time. Bye. Alright, man.
And they were talking about how grueling of a race it was because you're always turning, it seems like. And it was a really fun race to watch, and I just looked really fun, the racing. Wish we had tracks like that still. Or I wish they'd build one, but that's never going to happen. Don't hardly see that anymore. Or you don't, ever. But it would be cool. I'd probably build a racetrack or two if I had infinite money. I'd probably start my own
Get ready.
racing series as well. Just so I have the rules that I want and the racing, or the cars that I want. But that'll never happen. So we play iRacing. We are green and he is going.
Green, green, green.
Let's settle in and see if we can have a nice long run.
Probably.
We got one guy swerving all around up there.
Outside.
Just run this white line, keep the right front on
Stay
it.
low. All clear, all clear.
I'm not going to push
We got
it yet.
nowhere to go here.
You got one outside.
Top line's gonna get some big runs to start with.
All clear, all clear.
Looks like everybody's fighting for the bottom, even though it is slower
Clear high, clear high.
just because of that tire saving. But we got really tight there. I did not get a very good run.
Outside. Still there.
I'm overdriving it.
Car on the high side. Stay low.
Ooh, 21 got loose on my outside. Didn't wreck us though, thankfully. People getting loose on my outside happens every single time I race here. Without fail. Most of the time I get wrecked by it. But we got lucky right there. Maybe I should run the outside just to prevent that from happening. Like, we'll burn up the tires, but maybe we won't get wrecked. I don't know. Feeling good though, we got a nice little gap behind us now. Not looking to move forward too aggressively right now. Not that I probably could if I wanted to. 16's going around the outside of the 14. What's fuel look like? Yeah, about 40 laps. Imagine we'll just pit it halfway. matey to get around this 14 car. Let's run this middle line. Oh my gosh, just so tight. That was a terrible idea. I feel like we just ate up 5% of the right front doing that. Settle back in, try and cool the tires back down. We got the 22 coming up. We are still very early into this thing. No need to move up immediately. And we are looking pretty slow. Oh, a little bit too much throttle. The guy behind me was completely sideways in my mirror. I don't know how he didn't wreck. I saw the entire side of his car. It looked like he was perpendicular to the track, but somehow he saved it. The 13 car. I don't know if we got hit or what. Little white car on the bottom just got a wiggle. Nearly got hit from behind. Okay, just kind of sitting in traffic here. Nowhere we can go. 13's gonna get a run on us. Potentially. Not quite.
Outside.
We get a run on the 14.
Take it up.
Stay low, there's a car on the high side.
And we make the bottom work, so let's get around him, see if we can pull away a little bit, and then if the 13 gets back to us, we won't find him too hard, I don't think.
Oh shit, watch out.
Looks like he's gonna pass us. I might just run high, let him go, see if we can ride behind him.
Stay high. There's the car on the
Not lose too much though if we can help it. We got the 10 right behind him. Yep, we're gonna lose a spot through the 10 too, it looks like.
Inside.
It really does us no good when we're overdriving on the outside.
Clear low, clear low.
Now maybe we can ride. Those two are probably quicker than me anyway. Maybe we can try and keep up and follow them. Somebody just got loose and hit the wall, I think. Okay. Not looking too bad. We're in 17th, but still very early. Very early, there's plenty of time. This is not one of my better combos anyway.
Poor Tony.
Pulled a little gap through 14. People hitting the wall or something ahead of us. Bunch of sparks there. But didn't see anything other than that.
Trey, I'm gonna let you go here.
The lead is to the 33.65.
Clear all the way up.
Somebody's in the wall up there. It's the white car. And they're going to be 3 wide on exit. They get that sorted out, I think. Looks like they're doing slide jobs on each other up there. Little gap to the 14 and a little bit bigger gap to the 15 behind him. We got this nasty looking pack ahead of us. That all seem to be quicker than me, so we may not have to deal with it. They just pull away. Watch that apron. See what line the 12's running. He might be running kind of half a lane up. Maybe that's a little bit quicker than just running the bottom. Looks like he is, but people ahead of him are running lower. I don't know, that felt alright. That lane used to be the big lane, preferred lane you wanted to run, that lane up from the white line here. Oh, guy's getting loose in front of the 12. It is looking nasty right ahead of us. 10 might have just hit the wall there. That's the 10 car that was loose. I feel like the wreck is going to happen right in front of us, as per usual. Nobody can really make any headway in this group. 12 had a big shove up the track there. I don't know if he was getting loose and chasing it or he just got tight. Now they're all going up top. 12 just hit the wall. Whoops. Careful. They all seem to go up top at the exact same time. Maybe they know something I don't. I'm going to stick with the plan though down here, I think. It's going to be tough to pass with how good the runs they're going to get are. But long run, I think it's better. I did not practice a green flag pit stop. So that could be scary. And they're going to wreck, so it's not going to matter. They might have kept it straight enough, we won't get a caution. We have a bad entry due to that.
Got one inside. Still there. All clear, all clear.
I'm not entirely sure what just happened there.
I don't know, but it stayed green. That's what I liked about it. We'll just give it to the 14, I think.
Stay high. There's the car on the low side. Clear low, clear low.
We got lots of space behind us. No need to try and hold him off right now. Try to get back into a rhythm, save some tires. We're up to 15th now, after letting him go. I guess we're just going to pit lap 20. Not lap 20. 20 laps from now, lap 40. And just make it to the end from there. I don't know how big the window is going to be. Well, it looks like we can maybe go to 45. So that'll leave some room for strategy. I imagine you're going to want to just split this halfway, though. Don't think going long is going to gain you anything. Green car behind us might have got the wall. Tough to tell. Maybe a guy on the outside. He's going to get a great run on the top side. Be able to get that to work. Team nearly clears them off the corner, but then they just shoot out of the cannon on exit, running the top side. But tires, it's not going to be good for them.
You got one outside. Still there.
14 does finally clear them. Now it's our turn to try.
All clear, all clear.
And then he goes low and massively overdrives it, nearly slams into the 14.
You got one outside. Still there. All clear, all clear.
And that gets us by him pretty easily. Looked like he clipped right through the rear end of the 14. I don't know how they didn't make contact. I think that puts us 14th. So our goal of P12 is not that far ahead. I think we need the brakes back. Pretty tight on entry. Looks like we're doing alright keeping up with the 14. We're pulling away from the guys behind us, which is good. I feel like those two ahead of us running the top are going to hit the wall at some point, and that's going to drag them back. They just are exiting the corner so much quicker up there. It's crazy how much faster it is. But if they hit the wall, they won't be any quicker. They'll be much, much slower. That's why I try to run down here as much as I can. It's better on tires, and I'm less likely to hit the wall. Not totally out of the question that I'm going to hit it, but it's less likely, I would say. It's getting pretty tight through the center.
Right, you're good.
Nick.
Yep, no problem.
Whoa, you just tell we're overdriving it, nearly getting into the back of the 14 on entry. And then we get loose. Still pulling away from the guys behind us though. This is fun, all green so far. It's been a good race. We're not up in the mix, but we're having a good race. Mid-pack. And if you're having a good race, that's all that matters. We're keeping it clean back here for the most part, at least people I'm around. There's been some contacts ahead of us. 10 is into the wall.
Got one outside. Still there? Hold your line.
Probably not going to be able to pass him here.
You're clear high, clear high.
Unless he grabs the wall some more.
Outside. Stay low.
Now he's going to get back around us here.
Stay low, there's a car on the high side. You're clear high, clear high. Outside. Stay low, there's a car on the high side. The lead is stood on 34.592.
Need him to hit the wall again.
Outside. Still there. You're clear high, clear high.
He might have just there. We get around him. Back behind the 14. Just following the 14 up through these guys. Green flag pit stops are going to be interesting. I have not practiced them. I feel like I should have. I think I meant to for qualifying, but I forgot.
Got one outside. Still there? What's the line? Still there. You're clear high, clear high.
Alright.
Got one outside.
13 slow through the center there, but still going to stay even with us. Get a good exit.
Stay low, there's a car on the high side.
And he drags the wall down the straightaway, and that'll get us by him. 14's making these passes a lot faster than we're able to. He's doing a good job. Puts us P12, right where we said we wanted to be. 14 just got loose there.
Outside. Stay low.
And we get real tight.
Stay low. You're clear high, clear high. Outside. Stay low. You're clear high, clear high.
Real tight. I think he's just letting us go, though. He's been pretty patient behind us when we were in front of him. We might be moving forward a little bit with the tires. They might be paying off a little bit, which is good. Want to get as much track position before the pit stop that we can. This is fun. Glad it's all green. I imagine we'll have similar long green runs here in the league, but we're going to be racing during the day, obviously. We didn't used to race at night here. You do 11 more laps, so you can go to like 46, 47 maybe. Unless you're running the top, you're probably burning more fuel up there. But I don't think we want to stretch it long. I think early.
I'll let you take it down there.
Pitting it halfway, I think, is just what you want to do. But if we're one of the first people to pit, there's always the danger that we will catch a caution at the wrong time. And get trapped. But it's looking pretty clean throughout the field, it seems like. I think you could pit. You could even pit now, maybe. You've got 11 laps left. I don't know. Can you go 44? Yeah, you can go 44. You could. Pit stops could start now, potentially, for some guys. Got the 8 car running up in 8th. I think he qualified up closer to the front. And we just got big tight. Really want this to stay green, and I want to be able to get on and off pit road without too many issues. That's going to be tough since we haven't practiced. This isn't a super difficult pit road to get onto. I can never really remember where I need to slow down. There's not any sponsors in the wall in 3 and 4 to kind of use as braking markers. Ian is just ahead of us. Just now noticed him. I'm so used to him having that green car. Didn't recognize him in the teal car. We might just pit when he pits. So if we pass him, it'll be hard to know when he's pitting.
Take it down here in one, Gavin.
Thanks.
Got one outside.
He might be saving fuel.
Clear high. Clear high.
Hopefully Trading Paints gets fixed
Number 19 fitting this lap.
before the league session. Is Ian going to run the top? I might pit here.
The leader is pitting now.
No, he's not, but I'm pitting anyway. Everyone's pretty much pitting here. Alright, 4 tires and fuel.
Pit box in 10.
So if we get trapped a lap down, at least a lot of the field is as well.
Has taken the lead. All right, man. Halfway this time.
Just got to halfway.
1. Right here.
A little bit of wheel hop never hurt nobody. 63.77. I was feeling good there. I was moving forward on the end of that long run. So I think running the bottom, saving tires was helping us.
All right, that's it. Go. The leader is pitting now.
And that pit stop was about better than all the pit stops I had at the Coke 600.
Be mindful, you only have 1 set of tires remaining.
Try and get off pit road here. We're going to be pretty slow, I imagine.
All clear.
And I got to be careful on cold tires.
17 fit in the
Got
time.
one outside. All
And we're going to
clear,
have
all
people
clear.
pitting around us as well. Need to be careful about.
The leader is pitting now.
Let's just get through this cycle. We might be on the lead lap here in just a second, because I nearly hit the wall. We gained some time on Ian through that.
The lead is
Didn't change the brakes back, but that's all right.
055.
We just got back on the lead lap,
All clear, all clear.
which is good. 14 got back around us. I wonder if he pitted a little bit early.
Pit.
He might have. I see the 8 car again up there, so we're right around all the people we were racing with. And the 10 car just pit a second ago. And he was in front of us for a little bit. Feeling much more comfortable in the car now. You see I got a bit more short run speed, it looks like.
Got one inside. Clear low, clear low.
Oh man. We try and get around the 14 if we can, but don't hit him.
75 left position. Got one outside.
He just letting off, letting us go. We caught him a bunch right there in 3 and 4 that last time. This has been a great race. I'm enjoying this a lot. Feeling much better. Passed a bunch of people on pit road right there.
Dig it, man. You're top 10.
And we're up to 10th. As the number 9. Probably lose this spot behind us before too long, but that's alright. I don't know which lane he's going to want. He's going to go low. That's all right. We'll just lift.
Got
Let him
one
by.
inside. Clear low, clear low.
Try and not lose too much time.
Sorry, my car's broke. I got taken out earlier and the caution didn't come out.
We were in 8th right there, so we're in 9th. So this is fine. Totally fine. If we get a caution now, we're going to be in perfectly fine shape. Successful pit cycle, I would say. Feeling like I have more speed now. I'm probably just used to the car. We got our practice in that first run, and now it's go time. Catching the 6 car here a little bit. Might need to go around them on the outside just to get the pass done.
Inside. Stay high. The leader just did a 33.44.
Have to wait till next corner, maybe.
Keep there, man. Go there. Towards the line. You're losing on the car in front. The gap is 1.4. Stay high.
Alright,
All
should be
clear,
good
all
now.
clear.
Come down here and run the bottom. He was kind of slowing us up on entry, even though we're probably overdriving it, but that's why I want to just get that done. If he comes back and catches us, that's fine. But even though I feel like I'm entering the corner hard, I don't feel like I'm using the right front that much. I think that 57% brake is what we needed from the beginning. It's feeling really good. Only problem with doing that is you don't have any room for adjustment, so if you get it too tight on 57, there's nowhere you can go with it. Talking about that brake bias, we were pretty tight right there. Ian has caught us back a little bit. He's only 1 second back. I think there are green-white checkers in this series. I think there's one. So even if we get a late caution, we'll have to do a restart at some point. But fingers crossed we don't. Knock on wood, let's not jinx it. We are in great shape here. P8. Got the 23 here who's a lap down. Hopefully he goes high for us. Looks like he is.
You got one outside.
Thank you.
All clear, all clear.
Ian gets back up here. We're just going to let him go. He let us go, and we might be quicker than him long run. We could potentially get him back.
Go ahead, Brad.
Or not. Either way. He let us go earlier, so we'll repay the favor. Unless we're within like 10 to go, then we might fight him. He's got a little ways to make up still. He hasn't got around to 6 yet. "14 just kind of disappeared behind me. I wonder how many laps early he pit. His tires may just be quite a bit worse. More laps on him. Let's see here. We got 27 laps to go. These are great races if you can get them green. They don't take that long. You get a nice pit stop.
The leader just did a 33.911.
The only being able to do 40 laps on a tank is kind of unrealistic for this time. Even though we're pulling like 10,000 RPM. I don't know if they just had bigger fuel tanks or what. But you could do like 60 or 70 laps for the fuel window for mile and a halves like this. So that might just be a slight difference with the fuel tank. Obviously, this is not a real Gen 4 car anyway, so there's going to be little differences like that. But the shorter fuel, I mean, it kind of adds to the the strategy and the fun. It's not a bad thing, just different. And for our half-distance races in the league, I think it works pretty well. You get pretty much the same amount of pit stops you would in a full-length race. Would definitely not want to do 2 times fuel acceleration in this car. We'd be pitting like every 17 laps or something. The 6 and the 7 of Ian are starting to catch up again. That's alright. We're probably entering the corner a bit harder than they are. And that's abusing the right front. We're losing touch with the 8. I don't feel like I've hurt him too bad still, so maybe we'll be okay when we transition to the last like 10 to 15 laps. Who knows? Got the 16 back behind Ian now. I don't remember seeing him. We might have been around him at the beginning, I can't remember. So far this has been way better than my first 2 Homestead races in the Gen 4. I'm very excited about that. Hopefully we can close it out strong. This would be great redemption for those first 2. I was going to do Class B at Darlington, but I don't know. It feels like we ran at Darlington not very long ago, and then I don't know. I might still run that. Nothing's seeming fresh and new and appealing right now because we're in the final week of the season. I'm just in that kind of rut. That's another thing that I like about running the Diet Dr. Pepper series is you don't do the same tracks over and over again because we're not doing repeats, and it's a long season, so it lasts through week 12, week 13, when everything else is either running stuff they ran last season or not running anything or running repeats. Like NIS obviously went to Darlington a few months ago, following the Real Cup schedule. But I really like the style that we're doing with the league. I think I got some good ideas for Season 2 if we end up doing that. But I think modeling the schedule off the Real Cup schedule of some year that I pick in the Gen 4 era or whatever, and then just not doing repeats, I think that's a great way, and it's a pretty decent length. It's still a long schedule, like 20 to 23 races. But not doing the repeats keeps it pretty fresh, I think, and then we're changing up the weather. Obviously, I'm modeling the weather off of the real historical weather of the races, if I can. And I'm changing up, like, how many tires sets we get, and the track state, all that kind of stuff kind of varies the strategy between the races, and obviously the car handles really different between different tracks. It's just been a ton of fun. I'm really liking the format. I've got a really cool idea for Season 2, which I'm excited to get to if we can, but we still got half of Season 1 to do, and I'm excited about that as well. We got some fun tracks coming up. Dover this week's going to be tough. I'm going to have to figure out how to save tires there. We're doing 200 laps. I think we're doing like 3 or 4 races in a row of 200 laps. Obviously the tracks are different, so we're different lengths, but kind of funny. The 16 has come up and passed Ian, and Ian's 1.6 back now, and the 6 car is also catching back up a bit. And the 16 right behind him now. That guy came up from like 2.5 back. He's flying right now. Looks like he's running the bottom too. If we can beat Ian, that'd be great. If we can get a top 10, that'd be fantastic. We are getting very tight on entry, though. That's concerning. because we still have 16 laps to go, 15 to go. Six car was definitely doing a better job at saving, and obviously the 16 was as well. That's alright. The 8 car is kind of falling off that front pack a little bit. We're so tight on entry, we're pushing out on exit, not getting good runs out of the corner. The 6 is flying now. That's alright, I figured he'd probably come up and catch us. He'll be able to turn underneath us here, I imagine. We'll just give him the lane. Man, it doesn't turn up there though. We might be able to stay ahead of the 16. He hasn't. He's kind of fallen off the back of the 6 here. See if we can just follow the 6 for a bit, maybe pull away from the 16. Not sure we'll be able to, especially if we overdrive like that. That was bad. 8 cars running the wall now. I think his tires are giving up, so he's trying to get as much speed out of the corner as he can, running up top. Probably at the point in the run where you can do that, because tire wear is not really a thing anymore. Well, it's a thing, but you don't care to save for a long run because the race is going to be over. The 16 went up high last corner as well. We'll try and hold on to 9th. I don't know if we'll be able to. It's need to be nice and smooth through the corner, on exit, on that throttle. We've learned some really good car control from running the Dirt Series. Some throttle control, I mean. I only saw the 16 go up to the wall in one corner, so he may have not liked how that felt and just went back to the bottom, and we're getting loose there. Need to be careful on that throttle, like I'm saying. Awesome race so far, though. This has been fantastic. I'm very happy that I joined this. I'm glad we were able to move up a little bit as well. Alright, the 16 ran the wall again behind us, but he lost time doing it. And I think he lost time the first time as well. So I think they're just getting really tight through the center, and it's not really helping the run on exit. Very tough to not overdrive running that, because you think you need to carry more speed up there on entry and through the center. At least I do, and I tend to overdrive it, and that kind of kills the run through the center, and then I don't get a good exit even running the top. Plus I'm overdriving it up top, and you don't have any room to slide up, you just slide into the wall. That's why I try to run low most of the time. But it is getting tight down here. Let's get this home under green. We're all strung out. If we do get a caution, we'll obviously pit for 4 tires. But I'd rather not, because I don't think we're as good on the short run. Though I think at the beginning of this run we were feeling pretty good. But the restarts are always such a mess in the official series. 34.8 from the leader. Let's see what we're doing here. 34.8.
Sorry, Scott.
Right in line.
Yep, you're good. I didn't want to run it over you from that.
The 6 and the 8 are racing hard now. Hopefully no contacts. The 6 has passed the 8. We might have a shot at him as well. 6 is just going to check out from him though now, I think. A little bit loose crossing that seam, got to be careful. Starting to pull away from the 16. He was flying there for a little bit in the middle of that run, but I think his tires finally equalized. Nearly going to get to this guy's inside.
Outside.
We do.
You're clear high, clear high.
Just going to keep running that bottom.
Outside.
We massively overdrove it.
All clear, all clear.
We clear him, but I'm going to leave the lane in case he gets the run, and I want the bottom.
Outside. Stay low, there's a car on the
I think we'll be able to clear him for real this time. I think he's really struggling getting it to turn. Alright, yeah, we got tons of space. I'm going to come up here.
5 to go at the line.
5 laps to go. Back up to P8. This is great. Beating our goal of P12 by a big margin. And we're also beating Ian by quite a bit. He's quick. I want to beat him. He's always quick in the league. The people who stayed out longer are still back behind us, so that was not the play. It's just always better to pit it halfway in situations like this. You can maybe pit early and leapfrog some people, but you're going to be quite a bit slower at the end of the run, just on a couple lap older tires. And that might have been the case with the 14. Why we were able to pull away from him.
Back. I'm loose now.
Man, I love Homestead. It's such a great track. I used to hate racing here. I used to be so bad at it. That was before I knew how to save tires at all. And I just drove as hard as humanly possible. That's what you had to do on the old tire model. So when I started racing regularly again, and all these tires, you had to save them and try and get them to the end, I was terrible and just hated it running here. But now that I'm a little bit better, it is a fantastic track. Running here in just about anything is a lot of fun. If you get lower powered cars, it's kind of hard to pass because that top line can just be hooked up the whole time. But even in the ARCA series, you can get some passing done, especially later in the run when tires start to fall off. But these higher powered cars for longer races, absolutely amazing. We have the white flag, no cautions this race, great stuff. We move up. I don't even know where we started, like 17th or something, 15th. We get a P8.
Hey, Kindle, man, I'm sorry I had
Awesome
to
stuff.
like that on the restart, but I had to die in case the caution came out. I hope you understand. I tried to race it.
Great race. That was a lot of fun. Let's go look at the damage on the tires. Really enjoyed that. Had a blast there.
Good job, Scott. Good racing to you. Sorry, Kindle, I can't hear you. I'm not sure your mic is working.
That was a fun one. Let's see where Ian finished as well. Looked like he was struggling long run. He drops back to 12th. Tires at the end, 54.76. Is that better than the first time? Or the pit stop? I don't even know. That was a fun one. I enjoyed that. Always great to run all green with these cars. 61.61 from that guy. He finished second, so. 49.75 from the 14. He drops back to 14th. I think he did better at saving in that first run. He was staying ahead of us pretty well. Fun racing with Ian there, even though he fell back a little bit. But hopefully the league is just as good. I imagine it will be. It's usually way better than the official series. So if this is how the official series is running, I imagine we're going to get a great race. 24 just getting a little bit loose out of turn 2. Doesn't spin though, I don't think. But he hit the wall pretty hard. Oh, the 10, overdriving it a bit, getting into 13. That's why we saw the 13 completely sideways on into the corner. I don't know how he saved this. I didn't know if he got hit or not. The 10, I think, just overcooked it a little bit. But they somehow saved that thing. How many incidents did we get through the field? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people with incidents. And we have 1 8X, 2 4Xs. That's pretty good. Pretty good, pretty clean race. I enjoyed that a lot. That was awesome. Awesome stuff. 24 getting loose again. Out of turn 2. 15. He's going to grab a little wall, and then this car with the skew in it just sticks to the wall once you get into it. Some blinking. Then a lot of people pushing up, pushing hard. Oh, and that's what we saw on our outside. The 11 was pushing up so bad. The 19 was trying to cut down. He gets into him a little bit, and then he gets sideways. And then the 20 gets into the back of him. But the 11 keeps it straight. The 20 spins down here. I don't know. So he doesn't get completely turned, and he's off the racing surface. A lot of tracks, that would be a caution, but he gets out of the car. And then that's when the guy ahead of us overdrove it, nearly plowed the back of the 14, and then people overdriving it on the top, getting the wall. That's what I'm always afraid of here. 13, I think, does the same thing. And a little tap. Nothing major there. Don't see anything here. .13 getting a little bit of a wiggle out of turn 4, gets it stuck to the wall, pulls it off the wall. And then it's going to hit the wall again. Yeah. He gets it off there pretty easily though. Ian pushing up on the top side. He's going to do nothing. .22 is going to overdrive it into the wall a bit. 10 car with almost identical paint, it looks like. Nothing. Just showing us mid-corner sometimes for some reason. And that was such a clean race, I could probably make the ARCA race here in 15 minutes. Works out perfect. That's going to be a tough one, 5 flags. This will come out on Wednesday, so the ARCA race will already be out. 15 getting loose out of turn 2. Up into the wall. And nothing there. I don't think anything else really happened. We had that one incident with the 11 and the 20 that happened on our outside. But other than that, may not be anything. Oh, the 16 slides it coming onto pit road. It's at 41. And he was coming up behind us. And he even did this, so I wonder if he was just way far ahead of us there. Yeah, he was in 6th. So he lost a bunch of time and ended up finishing behind us because of that slide. So that's why we never saw him before that. And that's why he was so quick there. But eventually the tires just evened out and we were able to stay ahead of him. Whoa. Loose. loose again, and I think he alt F4s, so no caution comes out, so that's nice. Didn't want a caution, and we didn't get one, thankfully. And now it's broken. That's fine, there's nothing else to see anyway, some wall taps maybe. We get a P8, started at 15th, 0x, all green race with a pit stop. That was a ton of fun. That is awesome. That is what this series should be every race. Such a fun car to run. And yeah, thanks for watching.